This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Fnxfit and OG Shenrons Vintage Clothing. We'll get to that later. It's time to jake off! Hello, ladies and gentlethems. Welcome back to another episode of the Jaking Off Show. The Sciatica has returned. Yes, the sciatica. If you don't know what that is, sciatica it's one of those things, that like old people get. Sciatica is it's a pinched nerve. It's a pinched nerve in my lower back, and that nerve goes all the way down my ass and into my leg. And when that nerve is pinched, there is pain in my ass, thigh, or leg, and sometimes all of it. In this case, it was my ass and my upper thigh. It's a nightmare. So it's like you're walking like a 75-year-old man who is about to lose his foot from type 2. I'm walking like I have a steel pipe inside of my leg and I can't bend it. See, now that I'm back into the work fold and back into sort of a regular minimum wage plus tips job, my body is weak. My body is weak. And it is not used to moving quickly and with urgency because I've spent the better part of this pandemic sleeping and sitting on my ass, playing a lot of video games, watching a lot of movies and television shows. Did I mention sleep? Yeah, lots of that. And of course, I'll go out sometimes and do comedy, but, that's not a physical, strenuous activity, and I don't have that kind of style in my act. See, now that I'm running around, I'm slinging food, I'm getting people to their seat. I'm working at a restaurant, but I'm being trained to learn all of it at once. So the boss lady can figure out where to put me, or if I'm going to be in rotation and kind of know everything. I don't know. We'll find out. But, so far, so good. I haven't been fired yet. I am getting my sea legs back. But my body is weak. It is weak and inferior, and that is why I am this noodle-armed, skinny dude, 145-pound, ulcerative colitis-having motherfucker that doesn't have an even beard, split ends galore, receding hairline. I'm getting too old too fast. I'm only 30. And I have things wrong with me that an old man would have. Ulcerative colitis, sciatica, going bald, it's a nightmare. And I'm too young in spirit to have this happen to me. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to be that jaded old fuck that's been doing bar shows for 10 years. And I'll eventually say to some new kid and be like, hey kid, don't get too involved in this. It's never going to happen for you. Your dreams die here, and I'm having a New York accent for some reason, and you're going to end up like me. And I'll be chain smoking or whatever the fuck if I ever pick that up. Oh God, I wish I smoked cigarettes. Kill me faster, God damn it. But I don't like cigarettes. I really don't. I can tolerate the smell of them. I actually like the smell of cigarettes when the smell gets in your clothes or inside of your car, but I don't like it in me. Weed is different, I should probably pick up cigarettes because I'm trudging and I'm just going to do this until I die, and might as well, have it happen quicker. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I won't pick up cigarettes. It's an expensive habit, really. But what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm getting old too fast. And it's only gonna get worse, but I can do something about it, and that's by working out. Working out. And I can't just go hard right away. Because the fact that I'm sitting down right now is probably bad because I'm sitting on the sciatica. See, if I sit in a certain way, or if I sit on a tennis ball or something, I'll be fine. But this nerve is pinched and I'm in massive amounts of pain right now. And I've been in pain all since last night. I don't know, maybe I slept wrong. Maybe it's just me working a couple of days in a row and my body is under a little bit of stress that my physicality can't handle it, because it's just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of rust. And this wheel's got to it's squeaky and it needs some grease, so I got to take care of myself, Eventually, my fucking teeth are gonna fall out, you know? Eventually, I'm gonna end up one of these fucking Okies here that has no teeth, out of shape, worse colon issues. I don't know, man. I haven't had a colonoscopy in a couple of years. I mean, I'm not shitting blood anymore, but it's also like, okay, this is gross, but it's like soft serve, and it looks like shredded lamb on a gyro on a good day. And it still disrupts my sleep. If you guys have been here from the start, you know what my problems are. I lived with a hoarder for 4 years, a compulsive hoarder. So at the very least, one thing that has changed for the positive in the long run is that I don't live with a messy giant pig. It's just I would come home from work. I would come home from either work, the gym, or a comedy show, or all three at the same time. I'd leave in the morning, go to work, and then I would hit the gym, and then I would find something to eat in the meantime, and then go do a mic or two, maybe. And I'd come home at like 11 o'clock at night, completely tanked out of gas, completely out of it. And I would walk home stressed out, hungry, tired, needing to shit, from painfully holding it in if I did, or if I didn't, I shat behind a dumpster and my asshole is spicy because I didn't have any wet wipes on me or some shit. And I would come home to a house where there was garbage and clothes and just fucking more garbage, more clothes, just everywhere. And it smells. And because like she would leave the fucking dishes awry and nothing. It would just be complete fucking chaos. And at the very least, I get to come home to a place where I can see the floor. No carpet stains. Clean carpet. No fucking Diet Coke spills everywhere. Not shoes everywhere. The shoes are at the front door and it's in the same spot. I do not wear my shoes in the house. I vacuum once a month or whatever, if there's crumbs or whatever from whatever I ate, or like resin from weed. I should get a fucking ashtray. Yeah, I should get an ashtray. Let's make a note for that. Get a fucking ashtray. Just I can see the floor. There's no piling clothes chair everywhere. There's a washer and dryer right fucking there. I could do laundry and shit. The dishes aren't piled up with gross food that's been stuck there forever. The stove is clean somewhat. The bathroom might need some work because of the beard hairs and all that. But the bathroom, for the most part, is clean, and I'm not bobbing and weaving through piles of compulsive hoarder shit. And at the very fucking least, my house is clean. I digress. But I haven't gone to the gym in forever. There's a fitness center right at the leasing office, literally 100 feet pointing in that direction. I'm right across from the leasing office of where I live. There's a treadmill, there's weights, the pool's gonna open up again soon. Now, did I mention ulcerative colitis already? Yes, I did. Now, does that fitness center have a bathroom nearby? I don't know, we're gonna find out. I also have a perfectly good floor to do push-ups and sit-ups and, different variations of push-ups and sit-ups, and maybe a pull-up bar is in the future, but that's just that's some beta cuck energy shit. Like, what, a guy living by himself, of course he's gonna have a fucking pull-up bar. Black towel, Irish Spring, typical guy shit. And, that's my life. I don't like people. I don't want a roommate. I'm glad I don't have a roommate. It's just me and my solitude. No, I'm not going crazy. Maybe a little bit, but I'm fine with my solitude. I'm insane just enough to keep the high energy stage presence that I like to give on stage, and I didn't get to do that tonight. So here it is right now. Me, satire, complaining about my former life. Why the fuck am I looking back? I should live in the present, right? This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Fnxfit, or as I like to call them, F&X. Woo! You see, the X makes it look a whole lot cooler. Fnxfit provides health and wellness supplements to promote a healthy lifestyle. Now, I actually use this stuff. I wouldn't be sponsored by a company whose products I don't actually use. So I use the immune complex supplements. It has elderberry and zinc to help boost your immune system because that's the second most important weapon we can use in these times. Masks, vaccines, I mean, yeah, sure, go ahead, do that. I'm all for it, but having a healthy lifestyle is also very important. You may have noticed that people are more susceptible to being in the hospital from this virus if they're fat, obese, or full of sugar. Now, I'm not punching down on the fat people here, but look, if you want to stay healthy, these products are really good for you. Not only do I use the immune complex, I also use the turmeric gummies to help with inflammation because I have problems with inflammation in the gut area, and that helps me keep that down. I also use their Super Greens product. It's got wheat, barley, alfalfa grass, all types of good grass, the good grass to help keep everything in check. And if you don't get enough vegetables in your diet or you can't handle the fiber like me, you get the Super Greens, right? I have the strawberry dragon fruit. That's really good stuff. Then they've got other stuff. They've got chocolate and vanilla, peanut butter, unicorn flavor. I don't know what that is, but they have it. And it's really good stuff. It helps promote a healthy lifestyle. And if you use the promo code JAKEOFF in the description below, you'll get 15% off of any order. And make sure you use that promo code because that'll help out the podcast and it'll help you guys out too. Make sure to click the link below, use promo code JAKEOFF, and tell them that the Jaking Off Show sent you. I mean, obviously, I'm much better than where I was in LA, and I didn't have enough money saved to even get a place on my own in question because it's so fucking expensive to live out in LA. I didn't even notice. I never knew because I lived there my whole life. I mean, like, just shit was always expensive and I was poor growing up. So, like, everything was expensive. But god damn, it's so expensive to be poor in LA. I mean, I basically, it was a tightrope walk right above the poverty line. I was never really able to save money, and I have money put away. From the CARES Act and the stimulus checks. I barely even touched them. But, because something bad's probably going to happen soon. And I want to be ready for that. I don't spend money on shit I don't need. No, I'm not buying a $1,000 computer so I can play a video game at the best frame rate possible. What a waste of fucking time that is. I'm not slinging $4 on a fucking Nintendo and tear my hair out because I died too many times playing fucking Crash Bandicoot or whatever the fuck, I'm not that person anymore. I was when I was a younger guy, I would play video games and I'd be like, fuck, until like 4 in the morning, and that's not a good thing. So I'd spend so much money on something that I would just get pissed at and waste my time. I'm not about that life. I can't do that anymore. And I'm band shirt and jeans. I don't buy nice clothes. I've been wearing the same fucking thing since I was like 14 years old. Metallica shirt, jeans, pair of Chucks. And in this case right now, I'm fucking with this one pair of Asics, and those are just gonna go until they don't. I've got a pair of Doc Martens and the winter boots, but I don't fucking buy a whole lot of shoes. However, you can never buy too many socks. I do like socks. They get holy very quickly. But I don't buy nice things. I don't treat myself. I don't go on dates. I'm being very minimalist about my money. And I do that because something's gonna fucking go wrong. I know it. Because get this shit. Don't know if you were here for this, but I made the decision in like November, December 2019, hey, I should save my money in case something goes wrong. And look what happened. I got a little a boost from a friend. Was it a grant? Or no, it's not a loan. It was a grant. I was given some money to jumpstart this whole thing that's going on right here. I was able to jumpstart that. I was able to buy, a nice camera and all of the toys that go with it, and just a little the better editing software and just a little time and a little research on some know-how on how to get better at stuff, whether it's podcasting or stand-up or whatever, buy a couple of books, But other than that, like, I don't spend money on posters. I don't go get expensive food. I really don't need that much because I was so used to the college diet. I was so used to living off of $100 a month on food. Just on food, because in college I didn't have to worry about rent and things like that. But I pay for the basic things that I pay for. I'm sharing my cousin's Netflix, but she also has my Amazon Prime account, so it's kind of a give and take thing. But I'm buying. I don't have a cable bill because I don't put enough time into watching TV. Even though I put $15 whatever a month on Amazon, and I barely watch anything. I don't let myself settle and get lost in a TV show. There's so much going on. There's so many other worlds in my head that I already know. Just stuff from my childhood that I watched on TV. Like, I don't have the time to absorb myself or expand my knowledge of the Star Wars universe. Star Wars is great. I like Star Wars. Do I fucking binge watch The Mandalorian in a couple of nights and just go like, oh my god, Star Wars? I'm not about that. I don't have fucking time for it. And you know what? I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure that show is fucking phenomenal. But I don't care. I don't care. The more people hype about TV shows, they're like, oh, you should watch the show. I don't want to watch it now. Because you're all fucking like excited over it. I mean, the last time I got excited about a TV show was Vikings, and that show has been off the air for like 2 years now. This episode is also sponsored by OG Shenrons Vintage Clothing. Go to depop.com in the link below and check out vintage clothing from every era. The 60s, the 70s, whatever this guy can get his paws on. You'll find rare and unique items such as rare tie-dye shirts designed by very incredible artists. I can't even tell you how fucking good these guys are. They're great. You'll also find tour shirts from the 80s from your favorite band. You might find 90s t-shirts that you won't find anywhere else. There's a Space Jam shirt that I think was already sold, but there's unique and very cool finds that you'll find at this digital thrift store. Just go to depop.com/OG Shenron, and you'll never know what you'll find. You might find something truly off the tees. Okay, great. We got the second ad out of the way. If you made it this far, cool. Congrats. But I get like a handful of downloads, and nobody shares the show. So this is just therapy for me at some point, and I get to sometimes deal with it in a humorous, satirical way. I don't know if anybody's getting an actual kick out of this, but those of you that are sticking around and paying for the Patreon, thanks. Thanks for believing in me. No, seriously, it gives me strength. It gives me strength and it gives me will to keep doing this, because one day, and I keep saying every week, oh, just keep doing it, keep going, don't give up, motivation. It's been like that every week for several weeks now, and I've lost some people. I admit that. I concede to that. But those of you who have stuck around since the beginning, or if you're new, thanks. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And, and if you want to throw a couple of bucks here and there and like help out with like a bill or two, that would be cool. And I've been dry on the rants. I've said that 2 weeks in a row. I've been dry on the rants, and I have something in mind. It's about, the restaurant stuff. I'm going to rant about that because I've been ranting about that. Now I have to like condense it and put it into jokes. So that's going to happen soon. I've been dry on the rants, and partly because just the mass shootings and my life was kind of spiraling a little bit because the unemployment ran out, and I was like, oh fuck, better get a job. Started hitting the pavement in a couple of places, and like, oh, this one you need a bar license. Oh man, this one you need a medical card to work at the dispensary. I'm like, I guess they prefer that you have a medical card, and that's coming in the mail soon. But I already landed something, so fuck it, man, I'll take it. If I need to be a bud tender a couple days a week, but sure. But we'll see. We'll see how, not this first check, because I think I got hired like mid-pay period, so it's going to be kind of tiny. But once I'm in the fold and getting a baseline amount of hours, that'll gauge how much money I am making with this job, this restaurant gig. And plus, a little bit from the Patreon. We'll see if I break even in like a month or two, maybe. We'll see if I break even. I've got some. I'll go into the savings to make up for any losses or lack of hours in case I don't have enough to cover the monthly shit. The adulting and all that. We'll see where I'm at in a month, and then maybe I'll get a little bit more desperate about pressing on donation-based stuff, because I want this to be my second job. We'll see where we're at, but I want to. I'm happy. I am. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am. I am happy and I am content with my life so far. I'm bitching and complaining. I'm depressed that I'm not getting laid. Besides the point, I am able to do comedy. And the unemployment, I was getting paid to do nothing, but I was able to focus on comedy, and I was able to focus on this podcast, and focus on my other creative endeavors. That in itself is a job. I do want this to be my second job. And maybe 10 years from now, maybe it'll be my primary job. Who the fuck knows? It's probably not going to happen. I'm in a small town. I'm not going to get noticed or whatever. I'm just going to keep my head down and just get good. And then I'll move back to LA in a couple of years. I don't know if LA completely collapses or not. Who knows? Maybe Seattle. Maybe Texas. Maybe New York. Who the fuck knows? But I don't want to be stuck here, that's for sure. This is a flat, boring, frying pan-ass looking state where there's a bunch of hillbilly motherfuckers that are on that Q shit and fucking believe that the Jews are controlling the weather. It's crazy stuff. People that don't know how to fucking read. Mexican Americans. God damn these rednecks. There's the fucking boomhauer at the 7-Eleven is just like, oh, no, that dang old man, don't shoot it. It's like, whoa, hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Chew your food. It's like, damn, people are so high-strung and just like crazy. Like, there's people driving on the highway in a motorcycle without a helmet. It's like, you're gonna die. But because of the pothole problem here. But you know what? Good. I had a bad thought. I had a really bad thought. I was driving to work, and I'm at a light, and this family was crossing the street. A mom, a dad. There was a little baby in a stroller, and there was like a toddler walking around. And I looked at this family, and I looked at their faces, and I had my foot on the brakes, and I'm just like, what if I just floored it? What if I just floored it? And that is an evil thought. It's evil. And I honestly thought I was a chill person behind the wheel, because I have been. I mean, traffic's been mostly light. But someone fucking double parked in my spot, and I was like, no! And honestly, that was probably the first time I ever screamed in my car. I'm pretty chill. I play music, and if someone's not using a turn signal or whatever, and I'm like, hey man, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm actually, my brother has it bad behind the wheel and my mom has it bad behind the wheel. But I'm pretty chill. But now that I'm becoming, Bam Margera's mother level of stress, it's starting to hit me a little bit. And this whole 9 to 5, the whole kind of, this sort of corporate, vanilla, fuck shit way of going about life. You get in your car, you go to work, you do your job, and you fucking come back home and you watch some shit, you do it all over again. This fucking cookie cutter, leave it to beaver lifestyle or whatever the fuck that is. I'm living a version of that, but I'm starting to be angrier at different things. I'm always going to be angry about something, but I'm being angry at new things. I'm getting pissed over not getting an order right or whatever, and just and that's normal levels of pissed, because it's still an environment where you're around a bunch of people and you have to keep a cool head, and it's oh, this song sucks. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put on this fucking playlist. I still had a work playlist from my other job, and I'm just so used to that. And it was why are we playing the fucking Cantina band songs? Because it's a break from the other shit, I don't know. I'm gonna change my work playlist. I'm gonna make it so like if I'm surrounded by the same like cooks in the kitchen, if that's what I'm doing, but if I'm slinging shit, if I'm running around, it's not my turn to be DJ. But when I am the DJ, I'm gonna play stuff that everybody likes, that we can all listen to and get along, right? Because if I play like my Cookie Monster death metal shit, it's gonna scare everyone out of the kitchen, and most motherfuckers don't listen to that. And I'm working with a couple of hicks. I mean, they're nice, but they like fucking Creed and weird hip hop and shit. I mean, I'm not an elitist. I mean, it's okay, but can we put on like some old Metallica, or some Iron Maiden or something? Like just some like kind of like a galloping, somewhat fast place where the music kind of matches like the movement that we're doing. None of this fucking like bitch ass N-word or just shit like that, or just like or fucking country shit. Oh, country. I don't hear it for like the longest time, and when I do hear it, I'm like, oh, I forgot, I live here. I forgot completely. There's like a cowboy themed place right next to where I work, and I'm just hearing like pouring whiskey in my cup, sitting in a truck and fucking my sister or whatever. Just like this sort of like, what's that fucking lap guitar? I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's like a stringed instrument that you play on your lap, and you have like these steel things. I don't fucking know what it's called. I don't know goddamn nothing. But it's like this twangy sound, and it's like, oh, I need to be skipping in a cornfield right now. Let's go cow tipping. Like, country bothers me. It's just weird. I don't like it. And yet it's such a huge genre. It's such a popular thing. There's like, I'm seeing the nightlife a little bit out here, and it's just like, there's a lot of Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. For both genders. Or the 6 other ones, or whatever. Non-binary people are like ninjas. I don't see them. That is a joke. That is a joke. That's something in the back of my mind to try on stage. Depends on what the room is like, but I know that joke definitely won't work in Los Angeles. I'm noticing that there are certain jokes that I'm willing to take more liberties of telling because there's Republicans out here and shit. Gotta make them happy too, That's why I don't do politics in my act. It's divisive in nature, but like, I think I can get away with like the occasional, like not the N word, probably not even the other F word, but like kind of like just making fun of everybody. And it's hard to make fun of non-binary people because a lot of them, hey, look, I don't mean to paint with a broad brush here, but it feels like I'm walking on eggshells because I immediately want to make fun of you right away. It's just like, oh, gender fluidity. And I'm like, yeah, cool, good for you. But like, you're going to get made fun of, dude, just like everybody else. You want to be equal, don't you? You want to be a Zerzim? Cool. You know what? I'm all for it. Great. Awesome. Yeah. You do you. That's cool. I'm not against it in nature. But there are things about this kind of new thing that we're all experiencing. These things need to be made fun of. Oh, I'm sorry, dude is a gendered term. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure dude is unisex. It fits all the spectrums. Your astral gender, non-binary, sapiosexual, pansexual. I don't care. You are a dude. But some people are like, oh, what about dudette? No, that's weird. Dudette, too many fucking syllables. Dude. That's it. That's it. Or address the person by their name if you know it. It's like, I'm still kind of confused by it. But you know what? You're going to get made fun of because that's fair, right? No lives matter. Everybody sucks. Don't trust anybody. Look at me. I don't trust anyone. I mean, I will be your acquaintance. I will be your coworker. I will respect you and be the most egalitarian motherfucker that I try to be in out there in the world. But we're not gonna hang out. No. And it's mostly because my gut does not want to socialize. I want to go home immediately after I'm out doing a show or working or whatever the fuck I'm doing out there. I'll go to my cousin's house and maybe like her friend's house, but that's it. My circle is small, very small. And, you know, maybe it would be cool to have a guest on the show sometime. I don't know. I'm just super hesitant about it because I want to grow it myself a little bit so that people that don't know the guest in question, most likely a comedian, you know, they'll have their friends listen to the show, but I want my friends to listen to them and then they get involved with their... Everybody wins, right? But my friends, they don't even listen to this. You know, a couple of them do. But my audience is not yet big enough or to help the other person. So it's like... And plus, all my friends on the internet, at least, are comics, and it's a selfish business. It's nothing personal, but like I understand that, you know. But my friends who aren't comics, guess what? They don't listen to podcasts. And maybe some of them listen to Joe Rogan, and maybe some of them listen to Your Mom's House or whatever, or the Last Podcast on the Left, or some murder podcast. Whatever. There's a genre for all of it. But this is like such a small thing because like 1 million people have podcasts now. Just like when like 10 years ago everybody had a fucking web series. Oh, check out my web series. Oh, no one cares. Same thing. But I do it because it's fun and I like it. You know, I enjoy it. But like everybody has a podcast now, and it's like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? You want to be on my podcast? I'll be on your podcast if you be on my podcast. It's like, what are we doing? We're trying to get the cult of you out there. You know, it's like the few people that do listen to my shit, like, how likely are you going to listen to somebody else's stuff? How likely, honestly? Because you have better shit to do. You have your own life. You know, maybe you don't listen to podcasts. Maybe you listen to music in the car. You know, not everybody, you know, it's just such a thing. Like, back home, it was really difficult getting people to come to shows because most people just don't fucking go to shows. Most people go to the movies or go to the bowling alley or just go to the bar. Most people don't go to comedy shows. At least in LA, they don't, unless you're also a fucking comic or whatever. But, you know, what I like about audiences here is that like there's actually an audience for an open mic at like Bricktown. There's actually an audience in some of these dinky bar shows because like people go out to bars and the Midwest is boring and any form of entertainment is fine, even this low art, you know. Music open mics, that sort of thing. You know, people put their heart and souls out there, and people are just like, yeah, man, you cried. Here's $10, or whatever the fuck. Or you really made me laugh. Or like, you took off your shirt. You know, here's it. And it's just one of those things, man, where like people back in LA just didn't fucking go to shows because they were either in one already or they're working on their own fuck shit. Because everybody wants to be a fucking star and everyone wants to work on their stuff. But like, I'll support other comics. I threw $20 at someone's like short film. You know, I'll help a few people out. I can't help everybody, but you can help somebody. And it's freeing and humbling to help somebody else. And you know, and I'm never gonna be satisfied. I'm always gonna keep climbing. But the fact that I even have a small number of donations coming in. The fact that only a few of you care, that's what's prevented me from relapsing and like drinking myself half to death. But even though it's just a handful of you, hopefully it grows, and I really appreciate that. And you know, it just takes a matter of just to keep doing or whatever. And, I'm getting impatient with myself. We're not at this level yet, but the climb is very slow. My gut health is, in fact, improving despite my problems about it earlier and that are still going on. But, it's a little bit better. Yes, the sciatica's back, but that's because I'm working again. And you know what? We're just going to fortify. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days that piss you off. But now I'm back into the fold and I can put my life in a set thing and have some sense of order. God, and that's what I've missed about working. Yeah, I'm going to bitch about it. No, I'm not going to name I'm not going to name the place where I work because eventually I will talk shit about a coworker specifically, and I'll probably be able to get away with it because they don't listen to this kind of shit, But just for safety, it's going to be a while before you guys, the viewers, know where I work specifically, and it is a restaurant/bar. That's all you need to know, because I'm going to talk shit eventually about, the boss, the coworkers, whoever the fuck, That's going to happen at some point. But I have to keep in mind not to be specific because you never know. You never know. So far, I tolerate everyone. Everyone's cool. Everyone's fine. And you know what? It's going to stay that way. Yeah, I'll split a joint with another cook or whatever. It's yeah, we'll be cool. We'll be respectful. But man, we're never going to hang out. I'll see him around. I'll deal with these motherfuckers enough already, half of them. And because you know what, man? This is a small town. I don't want to fucking hang out and do stuff. A lot of these people have fucking kids to feed. I'm just, it's hey, I want to invite you to dinner. Yeah, no. Nothing personal. But I'm just not, I don't want to. I don't really, God, man, I don't want to get tight with people. I've been tight with people, and those people have deceived me. There's a very small amount of people that I've known a very long time. I could name you 5, perhaps, that I'm cool with to this day. Okay, more like 8. But my circle is so small, and I don't want to form another one because that takes a lot of time for me to warm up to people, and I have warmed up to some people over the last 8 months living here, and but I haven't hung out. I haven't gotten involved into any cliques. I've been deceived too much, and I know it's friendlier here. I know there's people that have good intentions and that there is goodness in people's heart, but just because I've been fucked over and screwed so many times that I just don't want to let anybody in. I don't want to form another fucking circle. I don't want to be involved in some clique. I don't want that. There's too much drama. It's not financially sound. It's not good. But you need friends. Yeah, you need people who respect you. That doesn't mean you need to be their fucking friend. And again, it's nothing personal. It's just I'm not letting people in. I don't want to let people in. I'm broken. And frankly, I've kind of missed it. I've missed working for broken people. I've missed working for other theater majors. I really have. And I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm really not. I'm not supposed to be here. I was an accident. My mom and my dad were coworkers and they fucked. And it's uh-oh. And then my mom was like, oh, he needs a friend. Oh, but at least my brother was on purpose. That's nice, I suppose. But I'm I'm not supposed to be here. So, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. And, it's too bad I didn't apply myself academically in grade school so I wouldn't take this nonsensical, entertainment endeavor. Oh, I want to be an actor. Oh, I want to be a comedian. Yeah, great fucking choice. Yeah, now I'm going to struggle for all of my life. I could have just done something boring. I could have been a technician or involved in a trade or something, I could have done something dumb. I could have done something, yeah, but, I got a creative brain. What are you going to do? I don't know. If my father was involved in my life, I probably would have like gone to the military or some shit and then figured something out then. Or whatever. I would have done something like some fucking trade. Something where I would make like an honest living, meet some chick, have a baby, and then fend for someone else. Because fuck my life, right? You know, that's why I don't want to have kids. Because then my focus is gone from me. And I have to focus on this little hybrid version of myself. And it eats shit and it pisses everywhere. And it just feces and crayon all over the fucking walls. No, I'd kill my kid. Ugh, give me a fucking break. There's too many nuts in this bag of trail mix, man. I can't do that. Maybe some lady will come around and change my mind or whatever, but it's not in the cards, man. It's just not gonna happen. There is no future. Every day I wake up, it's the fucking present. You know, I'm just gonna trudge and whatever the fuck happens, happens. I'm gonna do whatever I want. You know, maybe when the world is fine again, if that's gonna fucking happen, you know, maybe I'll just take a vacation, get a passport, take some fucking time off, and rethink my life for the 15th fucking time, you know? Ugh. I like this. This rage. It gives me fuel. It keeps me going. And if someone wants to share that with me, cool. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. I don't trust motherfuckers. I'm paranoid. I'd rather just do me. Because I don't want to fucking, you know, I'm not going to kill myself. You know, I've thought about it a lot. You know, it's actually, I've had my life saved twice by, you know, music and, you know, knowing the path that I was going down and, you know, drinking too much. I like saw the light and it was like, okay, that's got to stop. I got to fucking like, even though I was pretty much, you know, here, accidentally, you know, it's just a fucking freak thing, you know, just because I don't want to make it a short trip, you know, I do want to live a full life, you know, make the most out of it, because after all, I'm a bastard. I just take up space. I'm a fucking burden on people, you know, I don't want to, you know, that's why I don't even fucking do birthdays. It's like, oh, happy birthday. No, fuck you. The fucking internet told you. You don't remember my fucking birthday. Fuck off. Oh, let's hang out. It's like, no, you just want something from me. Fuck you. Pfft. Shield of cynicism. Yeah. just fucking don't let anybody in. But if someone wants to fucking give me a hug or some shit, I'll break down and cry. But no hugs. No hugs. Fuck hugs. Social distance. You know, there's people like fucking posting their vaccine card on social media. I'm like, I'm not posting mine. I'm not going to post mine because that's going to imply that I'm available to hang out. No, we're not doing that. And you know what, frankly, I don't even fucking want to get the vaccine. But if I have to, I will. If I have to in order to get on a plane, then sure. Why not? But until I know that it doesn't have to be like forced to do stuff, you know, then maybe I'll consider it. But I don't know. It'll be my turn to get the vaccine, like I think next week. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't even like needles. I want the one shot, but the Johnson & Johnson one, I want that one. But I heard there was a handful of people had like some negative side effect to it, and I'm like, okay, well that's one's like 75% effective, and the 2-shot ones are like 90, 95 or whatever the fuck. I guess we'll do that one, but just like I can't do needles. I can't. I have to look the other way. Like I gotta look the other way, close my eyes and just stay relaxed for a second, because if I see it going in, I'll tense up and I'll just fucking freak out and start losing it. Cause I cannot I can't do needles. I can like if I just psych myself out, you know, I can manage it, but I can't watch the fucking thing. I'll freak the fuck out. I'll lose my shit. But anyway, this was a lot to get off my chest, and thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for jaking off with me. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. just like in the ads, if you made it this fucking far, if you made it past that, check out the links in the description. Get your supplements, stay healthy. Don't have the weak body that I have right now. We're working on it. It's a slow process, but that's everything, isn't it? Make sure you use promo code JAKEOFF for 15% off of all fitness products for Fnxfit. Check out OG Shenrons vintage t-shirt line. I didn't mention this in the ad, but he does do shipping. So, if you're not in California and you see something you like, just go to Depop, go to the link below and check it out. Cool. And, and if not, fine, whatever. That's your problem. You don't want to help me help you. That's fine. I can live with that. But anyway, it's been fun. It's been super chill. It's been super aggro. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, thanks guys. Bye.